Welcome to Sweet Lines. Today, we're going to dive deep into the heartwarming story of Cinderella, step by step. Get ready to journey with us through her remarkable experiences of kindness, resilience, and hope against all odds. We'll explore every touching detail of her incredible story, and trust me, you won't want to miss a moment. But before we jump in, I want to share some exciting news. When we reach 1,000 subscribers, a fantastic surprise is waiting just for you. So, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss anything. Now, sit back, relax, and let's embark on this beautiful adventure together. The story of Cinderella. Once upon a time, in a faraway kingdom, there lived a kind-hearted young girl named Cinderella. She was gentle, sweet, and always saw the good in others. Cinderella had a happy life with her parents, but everything changed when her beloved mother passed away. Her father, wanting to provide her with the love and care she needed, remarried a woman who seemed charming at first. However, Cinderella's new stepmother soon revealed her true nature. She was cold, harsh, and treated Cinderella as nothing more than a servant. When Cinderella's father fell ill and passed away as well, she was left completely at the mercy of her stepmother and two stepsisters, who were just as cruel and selfish. From that moment on, Cinderella's life became filled with endless chores. She cleaned the floors, scrubbed the dishes, and washed the clothes from dawn till dusk. While her stepsisters enjoyed luxurious rooms and beautiful dresses, Cinderella was forced to sleep in a small, dark attic and wear old, tattered clothes. Her stepsisters mocked her, calling her Cinderella because she was often covered in ashes from cleaning the fireplace. Despite her hardships, Cinderella remained kind and patient. She found comfort in the company of the little birds and mice around the house, who became her loyal friends. She would feed them crumbs and tell them her dreams, finding solace in their cheerful presence. One day, exciting news spread throughout the kingdom. The king was hosting a grand ball at the palace, hoping that his son, the prince, would find a bride among the attendees. Every young woman in the kingdom was invited, and everyone was buzzing with excitement. Cinderella also dreamed of attending the ball, picturing herself in a beautiful gown, dancing in the grand hall. When she shyly asked her stepmother if she could go, her stepmother laughed and said, "You go to the ball?" Her stepsisters laughed, too, saying it was impossible. But her stepmother, with a cruel smirk, added, "If you finish all your chores, make our dresses perfect, and clean the entire house, then maybe you can go." Hope sparked in Cinderella's heart, and she worked tirelessly. She completed all her chores, tailored her stepsisters' dresses to fit perfectly, and polished their shoes until they shone. Finally, when all was done, she searched her room for something suitable to wear. She found an old dress that had once belonged to her mother. It was simple yet elegant, and after some adjustments, it looked beautiful. But when her stepmother and stepsisters saw Cinderella ready to go, envy flickered in their eyes. They couldn't bear the thought of her attending the ball. In a fit of jealousy, her stepsisters tore her dress apart, ripping the seams and mocking her as they watched her dreams shatter. Heartbroken, Cinderella watched as they left for the ball, leaving her alone and in tears. Cinderella sat by the fireplace, holding the torn remains of her dress, her heart heavy with despair. She felt as if all hope was lost. She had worked so hard and held on to her dreams for so long, only for them to be destroyed at the last moment. But as she sat there, her animal friends gathered around her. The birds chirped, the mice nuzzled her hand, and even the stray cat rubbed against her, offering comfort. Through her tears, Cinderella managed a small smile, grateful for the warmth of her friends. They couldn't change her situation, but they reminded her that she was not alone. Meanwhile, at the palace, the prince was meeting all the eligible ladies of the kingdom. Yet, he felt something was missing, someone genuine, kind, and true. As the evening went on, he stepped outside to take a breath, feeling a bit disheartened. Just then, Cinderella, with the encouragement of her animal friends, found the courage to take a walk outside. She wandered near the palace, gazing up at the sparkling lights and imagining herself among the guests. Her heart swelled with dreams as she stood near the grand staircase, imagining what it would be like to dance at the ball. At that moment, Cinderella saw the prince standing nearby. Not recognizing him, she spoke to him as a stranger, sharing her dreams and hopes, her voice filled with sincerity. The prince was captivated by her gentle heart and kind spirit, feeling a connection he hadn't felt with anyone else that evening. The two of them talked under the moonlight, their conversation flowing as if they had known each other forever. Time slipped by, and Cinderella felt a happiness she hadn't known in years. But as midnight approached, she remembered she had to return before her stepmother and stepsisters found out she was missing. In her haste, she turned to leave, but in her rush down the palace steps, she lost one of her glass slippers. The prince, holding the delicate glass slipper left behind, was determined to find the mysterious girl who had captured his heart. The next day, he set out across the kingdom with his guards, carrying the slipper with him to try it on every young woman they encountered. House by house, he searched, but no one's foot fit the slipper perfectly. When they arrived at Cinderella's house, her stepmother locked her in the attic, not wanting her to try on the slipper. Desperate to see if the slipper would fit, Cinderella's animal friends sprang into action. They found a way to free her from the attic, and she hurried downstairs just as the prince was about to leave. When she appeared, her stepmother and stepsisters were shocked. The prince, remembering her face, felt a surge of happiness. He presented her with the glass slipper, and as she slipped it on, it fit her perfectly. Overjoyed, the prince knew he had finally found the girl who had captured his heart. The prince took Cinderella back to the palace, where they shared a beautiful celebration. Her kindness, resilience, and inner beauty had led her to a life filled with love and happiness. Cinderella was no longer the lonely girl in the attic, she was now a beloved princess, surrounded by those who cherished her. And so, Cinderella and the prince lived happily ever after, her story a testament to the power of kindness and the belief in one's dreams. Thank you for joining us on Sweet Lines for this extended and heartfelt version of Cinderella. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on our next tale. Our channel is new and growing, with over 40 videos already in the playlist. Stay tuned for more wonderful stories, and see you next time.